Hi, welcome to episode 9, the Bite podcast. We've got Liam with us today. You'll get into who you are and what you do. Welcome to another episode. Even though we've got our healthcare professionals, we want inspirational stories so you guys can relate. So please, Liam, please tell me who you are. What do you do? What brought you on this journey? It's a massive question, but please go run free.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me, Melody. So I'm a naturopathic nutritionist in training. I'm also a wellness content creator and I'm passionate advocate for natural health. So I actually knew what I wanted to do from a young age. I always wanted to study dentistry, in fact. So from the age of 13, I started gaining work experience at 5 major hospitals and dental clinics across Dubai, Sri Lanka and the UK. Wow. And the dental studio was actually one of the first clinics I actually did work experience at.
Welcome back.
So it's like the full circle moment. So it's
like, wow.
Yeah, exactly. And it's great to see it expand so well. So it's amazing. So yeah, I remember spending my Christmases in the labs. And it was fantastic. The whole team was fantastic, so I'm super grateful. And it wasn't a passing interest, it was something that I was really passionate about. So eventually I got accepted and studied dentistry in Madrid.
Yeah.
I did 4 years. I loved my course. I loved my student life. Life was great. Everything was perfect until 2021. When I was 20, I fell ill with COVID. And I started developing symptoms like chronic fatigue, chronic pain, digestive issues, sleep issues, and so many more. And there was nights where I barely slept. There was times where I was asleep in bed by 6 p.m. It was crazy. And I went from having such a super active social life to someone that could just barely get through the day. And that was really a hard transition to go through.
Yeah. How fast was that from, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
How
good.
fast was that going from a high-paced lifestyle to this feeling? How quick was it?
It was within because it was my 21st birthday as well, celebrating in January. So within a month, I just didn't have energy. My parents even organized a surprise party and they were trying to, because at that time I was in Madrid. They said, fly to Dubai, we want to do something nice. And then I just said, no, just please cancel it. I still went to Dubai, but I just had no energy. I just stayed at home with family.
Exhausted.
I was just so shattered. And that's when they realized the severity of my symptoms and they were really, really supportive. So I spent the next 18 months doing endless testing, both in Dubai and Madrid. I saw specialist after specialist, neurologists, GPs weekly, doing endless testing. And they prescribed me just a revolving door of medications.
I've heard this story too many times. Sorry.
No, it's good. And none of them address the root cause, and that's the problem. You just go in there and they just give you the same thing. And eventually I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and that's a chronic fatigue and pain condition. And at that point I was in my 4th year of university and my symptoms just became worse. I struggled to walk or stand for long durations. My clinical lab work, I lost all my hand dexterity. And at that point, I just had to make the decision to leave dental school, which was truly devastating.
In your 5th year or end of 4th year?
In my 4th year.
Oh, no. Okay.
So it was close to the end. I just had 2 years left to graduate, but it was a shame. And that was one of the hardest parts of my life, and hearing the words incurable condition at such a young age was truly devastating. And it was just like being handed a life sentence that I hadn't agreed to. And it felt like my world just collapsed. So deep down, I knew that I didn't want to accept it. I refused to just accept that this would be the end of my story. And that's when my
Not many people can actually do. And this is why I love the fact I've got you on, because not many people go, I just actually give up. I don't want to do this anymore. But carry on.
No, it's really about the mindset. And because I saw that obviously I worked so hard for dentistry, but I knew that there's obviously something, I believe that there's something better can happen. So that's when my real healing journey began. I started exploring naturopathic nutrition, naturopathic medicine, holistic practices. My multidisciplinary team grew to include 17 different practitioners.
Love this.
So it's GPs, neurologists, cardiologists, naturopaths, nutritionists, herbalists, acupuncturists, Ayurvedic doctors.
This is what I'm trying to create here. So this is like an inspirational story for myself. So I was like, I can do it too.
Literally, and it grew so large. I literally saw every specialist. So it felt really good to finally be recognized and feel seen. And that's when I started really changing everything. I changed my diet. I went gluten-free, sugar-free, stopped alcohol, stopped caffeine. So made all the right changes, and that's when I started to see differences.
How long have you been doing that change for, if I may ask? And how long did you Like if you started at a certain time, did it take you 6 months? Did it take you 2 years to feel? Because obviously everyone's going to ask, yes, I can change my life.
Yeah.
But how long because obviously everyone wants it now. You know, it's a quick fix society that we're in now. How long did it take for you?
So it took me, because when my nutritionist told me, I was like, okay, is gluten really going to solve the issue? I would say about 2-3 weeks, I saw a huge difference. Just within the inflammation, the pain, it just felt so weird. So that's when I started to see differences. I started to see a bit more of an energy boost. I would say I've done this for the last 3 years.
Okay,
so,
that was my next question. I was like, okay, 3 years.
Yeah, and now I don't look back. I never crave anything that has gluten, like pasta, because you have the gluten-free options. And then even with sugar, I just don't crave it anymore. Like
nothing.
Yeah, my palate's just completely thingy. If I have, let's say, if I have those cravings, I'd have dates or I'd grab a banana. So the healthier options.
Okay.
But I never crave those cakes anymore.
Wow. Inspiration.
Yeah.
Give us at the end. Give us your top tips on how to stay on the straight and narrow.
Honestly, it's such a big change. And then at the age of 22, I traveled to India. I went on a wellness retreat, and that was the first time I was pain-free.
So I've been thinking of doing that for a while. Amazing. There's a lot of my patients that do it. They go 2 weeks out of every year and they go, Mal, it will change your living, your existence.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It really will, honestly.
Explain it, sorry.
So, yes, that was the first time I was pain-free. I didn't have any nerve pain. And it's incredible because you wake up in the morning, you wake up at 5 a.m., you do yoga, you do grounding exercises, and then you have your specific treatments planned by your Ayurvedic doctors. So so you have like
so it's really specialized, it's tailored for you.
Yeah, it's incredible. You feel really seen there, and they really address any issues that you have. So I used to have like massages, I used to have physiotherapy, acupuncture, but these are not just your standard massages. They're like oil treatments, or you even have like ghee going down your forehead to treat headaches.
I've actually heard about that as well. Yeah, because obviously I'm on this journey, so I'm researching. But anyway,
it's incredible. Yes, that's called Shirodhara, and I 100% recommend it.
Yeah.
It's so relaxing, so therapeutic, and it helps with any headaches that you have. Or even if you have sinusitis, it's incredible. Yeah, so honestly, it's incredible. Yeah, and then you just have like your personalized diets. So then I used to have like really nice lunch, and it's like really plated really nice. I'll try and show you the pictures later. Yeah, it's wonderful. And then again, you end the day with like some sessions or some workshops by external guests. So it's incredible, and you really feel like a part of the family because you get that personalized treatment. I
mean, in my world, as soon as you speak about stuff like that, I immediately think about if you control the inflammatory response within here. I don't see it in the mouth. Yeah. Or if it's uncontrolled, I can see it in the mouth. So when I spoke to the oncologist as well, who was also on the podcast, he said to me, if you have a very chronic inflammatory response within your body and you're not fixing it, it can start up it starts up the inflammatory response of the cancer cells. Yeah. I wanted to get my wording correctly.
Yeah.
So exactly that. So if you control it here or try and find ways to help it.
It helps just really reduce any inflammation, any of the symptoms. It's all about prevention as well. Yeah. And so now as a naturopathic nutritionist in training and wellness content creator, I want to help inspire other people to do the same thing, really show that when life puts you down in a way, it can turn into something a lot more meaningful. Like this, I never thought I'd be on this journey, so it's incredible. And met so many wonderful people like yourself. And now on Instagram, I have like 3 main series. So I have, so I interview wellness experts. So that's the Wellness Sprint. I also have a series where I do it with my mum. So we go to, so it's called GF in the City. So we explore the latest gluten-free spots in Dubai. And the final one is Pause with Liam, where I explore yoga and Pilates studios around the world and I partner with them. And it's just making sure that we incorporate movement into daily healing. Yeah, wow. Because it made such a big difference, honestly. Yeah.
So what foods do you stick to? What foods do you stay away from? What's the life, like the day in the life of Liam?
Yeah.
Everyone's doing it, might as well ask.
Exactly. So nutrition made honestly a huge impact. So having an anti-inflammatory lifestyle, going gluten-free, sugar-free, refined sugar-free, stopping alcohol, stopping caffeine as well. So you can have things like green tea, matcha, they're sort of the healthier options as well. Also having whole foods, so clean vegetables, getting all the colourful vegetables, clean proteins, omega-3s, essential magnesium. So you need antioxidants as well. That's super, super crucial.
Is there a natural way people can get into it? Just because the more, obviously, like I said, I'm researching all this medication, not medications, vitamins and stuff. I don't want to go back to what my mom used to do and have like 18 different types of pills.
right.
to target everything. Is there something that you can say, you know, if you eat more of this, or you have less of that, or this will help with absorption of this? Is there anything you can tell us on that point? I can take a magnesium, I can take omega-3, I can take all these vitamins, but is that what you would recommend, or is it foods or something and then a little bit of a vitamin?
So ideally try and get all your vitamins from foods. That's like one of the biggest advice that we can give.
Okay.
And from that, then go and try and get tested as well, because there's no point of taking all these extra supplements.
No.
I know so many people that take multivitamins and this, that, and other, and then they don't actually need it. And I had that issue as well. This was back when I was studying dentistry. I had excess B12. So I was just taking all these supplements, and then I started experiencing numbness. And that's when I realized that you should always just make sure that you do a blood test rather than just overdosing.
Funny that you say that. In the UK,
Yeah.
on my knees, I started feeling numbness.
Really?
And I stopped that. That
crazy,
literally a little bit freaked me out, because I was
Yeah.
like, you know, I train every day, and I was like, maybe the weight training is making my muscles numb.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you think all these things when you Google,
Yeah.
vitamin B12. Okay,
Yeah, there you go.
right.
So honestly, you just gotta be cautious.
So one of the questions I've seen, what food do you eat? I know this is a complete different avenue here. What foods would you recommend during your menstrual cycle? Because obviously male, female, but a lot of females, a lot of females will watch this, and they obviously would like to know from you.
No, that's an amazing question. So cycle syncing really helps to support hormonal balance. And as we know, we have 4 main phases in the cycle. So we have the menstrual phase, we have the follicular phase, we have the ovulatory phase, and then we have the luteal phase. So what we want to do is, during the menstrual phase, which is days 1 to 7, you may experience cramping, fatigue, and irritability.
Yeah.
And during that time, you may turn to things like sweets, pizza, and chips. These are all foods. Yeah.
People walk into the surgery and I'm like, how are you doing? No, I've just eaten a slab of chocolate last night, you know, Mel. I'm like, come on, help me to help you, you know?
Exactly. No, you can't. And those foods just really throw off all the hormones. So what you want to do is have iron-rich foods to really help after the bleeding, to replace all that iron lost from bleeding. And so you can have some green leafy vegetables, have some beans, have some lentils. And with that, try and pair that with foods high in vitamin C. So things like oranges or broccoli to really help absorb the iron even better. Then you can have omega-3 to help with any inflammation, so things like salmon and flax seeds. And during this phase, you'll have a lot less energy. So during that time, try and do some stretching, yoga, or Pilates. Just take it easy.
Like at least a little bit of movement to get you going.
Exactly.
Because I mean, when I feel it, I'm dead. I'm like, no, I don't want to do anything. I want that slab of chocolate. I want this. But as soon as I don't exercise, I have that slab of chocolate. I come to work and I'm okay. I'm great. Cool. I can do my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling 100%, and I can feel it for like 2 to 3 days afterwards. I don't know how long it takes your body. I mean, obviously I'm not the expert, you are, but I don't know how long it takes your body from the point of having the binge eating experience to healing afterwards. So I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm going to explain a bit more, like a few other tips as well that we can help during those phases. So then we have follicular phase.
Okay.
And that's days 6 to 14. And this phase, as estrogen rises, we want to have more clean proteins. So we want things like chicken and tofu. We want some healthy fats as well. So some avocados, olive oil, some seeds, and then some complex carbs as well. So things like brown rice and quinoa.
Like that.
Have some leafy greens, have some healthy fats, avocados, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, have some even fermented foods, things like sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir.
Love that,
So it's all really good for the gut. And then some cruciferous vegetables, so things like broccoli, cauliflower, and kale. And then energy levels may increase as well during this phase. So try and incorporate some cardio, some running, swimming, more intense exercises, some group exercise classes. And then we have the ovulatory phase, days 15 to 17. So estrogen levels reach their peak at this point. So eating foods high in fiber really help to balance the levels of estrogen, because if you have too much estrogen, then that's estrogen dominance, and again that causes more issues as well. So, and especially if you're trying for a baby, nutrition can really help to boost fertility and increase your chances of pregnancy. So you can have glutathione, folic acid, and omega-3 fatty acids.
Love that.
And add some more nutrient options as well, so to fuel your body, so anti-inflammatories, red lentils, whole foods, vegetables, and fatty fish. And then really take advantage of your energy levels as well. So you can do some spinning classes or more like boot camps as well. And then the final phase is the luteal phase, days 18 to 28. And at this time, your progesterone levels are very high, and this can affect your mood and cravings.
Yeah.
So
again, it's like an onward cycle.
It must be really
so
tough.
Thank you so much for researching and getting some
That's
information
good.
about this.
I'm so glad. So magnesium can really help with low energy. And if you're craving for sweets, try and reach out for the dark chocolate. Try and reach out for walnuts or fruit instead of those sugary items.
Would you recommend dried fruit or not at all?
You can have dried foods,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
make sure the dark chocolate is also above 80%.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
people love
That's
to.
That's the trick. I've eaten dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It's
Exactly. Turn the label around and then you see it's full of sugar.
Labeling is wrong.
Exactly.
It's that hidden sugar.
Exactly. It's all marketing techniques as
Yeah.
well. And then try and have some complex carbs like sweet potatoes and whole grains to really help balance the energy fluctuations as well. And then during this phase, you can do some strength training and some medium intensity exercises. And another big tip is, have you heard of seed cycling?
No. Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
This is
You
an
learn
amazing
something
tip.
new every day. Well, I'm learning a lot from you,
Yeah.
but come on.
So seed cycling is basically balancing. It's using seeds during the two main phases of the cycle.
Okay.
So during the follicular phase and the luteal phase, what you want to do is have 1 to 2 tablespoons during the follicular phase, have 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds and pumpkin seeds. And then during the luteal phase, have 1 to 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds and sesame seeds. And that really helps to manage those PMS symptoms and really keep it under control.
Is there any way you would recommend us to go and buy these like brands? Because obviously I can go into the aisle and be like,
Yeah.
there's 1,000 of everything, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So you
Yeah.
can go to the organic food shop. They have everything that you need. I spend so much time there every week. Like, I just get
Hi,
lost.
it's me again.
Yeah,
Hello.
exactly. I just
have
love
my
it.
usual.
Yeah, I just feel like a little kid in a candy shop in that store. Like, honestly, everything's so good. Everything's so clean. So I would highly recommend going there. There's also another supermarket called Raw Team. So you can go to those sort of aisles, but always just turn the label around and making sure that's pure.
Yeah.
I feel like with seeds, it's okay. Yeah.
Is an app that you use on your phone to scan the barcodes or scan anything at the back of the foods?
Yeah, I think it's called Yoka.
Yeah.
And you just literally scan it, and it tells you, depending on
Amazing.
how pure the label is, and checks everything out for you as well, so you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then while we speak about women and whatever, men go through different cycles than women. Would you recommend something for men as well?
Good question. Honestly, it's all about also balancing the testosterone levels as well. So you can have some shilajit as well. That's a really good superfood. You can also balance it through other ways like ashwagandha. So really just manage it, but I feel like men talk about it a lot less than women.
Yeah, so I just thought
yeah.
I'd add that in there.
Exactly.
Like, please, from an expert, could
Yeah.
you let us know? Because I mean, I get women ask me questions all the time. Men
Yeah.
kind of walk in, Mal, please just fix, and I was like, okay, and then they kind of leave,
Exactly.
and then I'm always telling the wife, tell him this and this and this and this, you know.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. No, honestly, that, and then also I think really just having a clean diet. Also, when a lot of men take obviously supplements and protein powders, always just check the labels if there's artificial sweeteners. Really try and avoid it as well.
So regarding men's health, obviously we speak about foods and inflammatory responses and all these cycles. Is there any tips that you focus on like mental health? Because obviously it's in my world, it's mental, dental and physical health. Obviously in the middle it's dental because it's me. But is there anything you would recommend? I mean, obviously we say movement. Is there anything else we could add on to that?
So movement's absolutely essential. Also having great sleep really counts. Hydration is really important. Having healthy fats, so things like avocados, olive oil. Also, you can try functional mushroom powders. So
I've heard about this. Yes, I've seen it. I've researched it. I haven't had a recommendation to be like, Mal, try, please. If you could give me all your
of course,
recommendations.
I will. I'll send you a whole list. Yeah.
I think you'll see me in the health store. Hey, it's me again.
There you go. You become a regular. No, it's good. Absolutely, yeah. So functional mushroom powders. So you can have things like lion's mane. That's really good for your health, especially for the brain. It really helps for focus. So there's a lot of great adaptogens that you can take. You can also have like chaga, which is really good for the energy boost. It's really high in antioxidants as well.
Oh, wow.
So what I did was I make like lion's mane mushroom tacos. So you can incorporate because it's natural mushroom, you can incorporate it into your food as well. So you're getting those essential nutrients as well. And you can also make a superfood smoothie with spirulina, wheatgrass. So these are all the healthy food options available.
And you have this every single day. You wake up,
it.
have your...
Yeah, so if I was to go through my like routine, it's It's quite in depth.
No, please.
So,
like,
yeah.
I'm fully on board to learn. You know?
Perfect. So my mornings are very sacred. I start with hydration. So I have 1 liter of water with Celtic salt and lemon juice. So I have that first thing in the morning. It really helps to replenish any minerals that you've lost during your sleep. And I go outside. I have sunlight. I do some grounding. I have my turmeric shot. I also have some fresh celery juice as well. So getting all those essential nutrients during the morning. I then go for a cold shower to really just wake up and stimulate the body. And then I go for a walk, or I go for yoga or reformer Pilates class as well. I love just incorporating that into my routine. And then I have my superfood smoothie.
Okay.
So in my smoothie, I have fruits. I have wheatgrass, which is really high in chlorophyll, and I feel like it always gives me a great energy boost.
I can't wait for these tips later on that you're going to give me.
This smoothie will wake you up and you just feel so.
I'm going to be unstoppable after this.
Exactly. You're whizzing around. Spirulina is really good when it's really high in iron. Sea moss has become such a popular trend.
I've never known.
Okay,
cool.
so basically sea moss is like a gel, and it contains 92 out of the 102 essential minerals that our body needs. So it's brilliant. So
you
can
just
just
squeeze it? Or?
Yeah, so you literally just take a tablespoon and you can dash that into your smoothie.
Cool.
Yeah, or you can even have it pure as well. So a lot of brands, you can just
I'm
have
going to
it.
go to work and be like, everyone, welcome to the new lifestyle.
Exactly. You'll have a whole cupboard.
The day of life for Liam, you know. This is Melody now.
Exactly. Incorporating it all. And it's really good for gut health as well.
Cool. I was just going to speak the next things about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we have maca powder, which really helps with endurance. Creatine is one of the most researched supplements out there, so it's great for energy. And then I have a plant-based protein powder for some recovery. I have a handful of spinach and moringa powder, which is really great as an anti-inflammatory. I have bee pollen, which is essential for this time of the year. Cool. It's great for immunity support. And then I have my functional mushrooms, as I mentioned, so reishi, chaga, lion's mane, cordyceps is great for energy as well. So you just add it into your smoothie.
Wow.
And it doesn't really have much of a taste, but it's just wonderful. And then ceremonial cacao, not just for the taste, but also it's really high in magnesium and it's great for the mood as well.
Wow, I can't wait to see all of this stuff, honestly.
Highly recommend it. And then I work for the rest of the day. And then in the afternoon I have...
I was actually going to say,
what
do you do?
That's the end of my day.
Yeah.
And then...
So you live a great life, you know?
Yeah, so then I tend to study for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And then by about 2-3 p.m. I have ABC juice.
Okay.
So apple, beetroot and carrot, really good for immunity, and I just feel like it gives me a great energy boost.
So you feel zero pain now? Like no...
Yeah, touch wood, I feel zero pain. Honestly, it's just about maintaining this lifestyle. I know as soon as I have, let's say if I go to a restaurant and by accident add sugar to a dessert or sugar to something, could be even smoothies, even matcha. You know, nowadays, all these companies are trying to compete with each other and trying to make it sweet. You just need to keep it as an essential superfood. So as soon as I have that, or I go to the gym and do heavy weights, I know I'm out for 3 days.
Wow. Okay. So you know exactly what to do and how to do it.
Yeah. So it's all about that, maintaining it. And I like to squeeze in golf or paddle. I like to incorporate that as my routine. Red light therapy or contrast therapy.
Like red light therapy.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a nice evening walk after dinner. And then I like to wind down the day with some yin yoga or sound healing as well. It's just such a lovely way to end the day.
Oh, so this is every day for you. It sounds fun though.
It is, honestly.
But sticking to your routine so you have enough time. I mean, my sister, she phoned me the other day and she was like, "You're not feeling yourself, are you?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "You've gone out of your routine." I wake up, I do breath work, I drink a liter of water, I add some salt. I add some salt and lemon into it as well. I do my exercises, I do my manifestation. I do all these things.
That's wonderful.
And then I go to work. I try and have smoothies or eggs or something like that. Maybe you can steer me away from that. Yeah. But as soon as I click out of that, it feels like I'm lost. Like I'm not functioning. Like I'm fine, but I'm not 100%.
Right. No, so true. Even when I go traveling, that's when it just goes. Like as much as I keep to my routine, there's only so much you can do. Like
I need a holiday after my holiday.
Exactly.
I didn't even do anything. I just relaxed.
Exactly. And it's just trying to keep to that routine.
Yeah. Obviously you come from like a dental background, so let's obviously speak about that. Do you see anything in your practice, in your lifestyle, people that you speak to who complain about dental problems affecting inflammatory? Is there anything that you have seen? Is there top tips on that side?
Absolutely. So coming from a dental background, I see the oral health as an overall health of the body. So what I do in the mornings is I tend to do oil pulling for about 5 minutes with coconut oil. I do tongue scraping. I really support my gut health with probiotics and fiber. I have a lot of vitamin C and zinc as well. And then I see the connection between the gut health and the oral microbiome as a one. So if your gut's inflamed, you tend to see symptoms in the mouth.
Yeah.
So for example, if your gut is inflamed, you may start to notice that you may have some mouth ulcers, or you may have bleeding gums or bad breath, and vice versa.
I see this here all the time.
Yeah,
all the time, every day.
Yeah. And people don't associate it as like the link.
Yeah.
And then even in the other way around, so in the mouth, if you have any harmful bacteria, that tends to travel down the digestive tract, and that's what can cause systemic inflammation. So it's all really linked together.
Is there anything you could, like, I could obviously just tell my patients, I've spoken to Liam, he's recommended this, this, and this. Would you have any recommendations?
Yeah, so what I'll do is I would address some essential deficiencies first. So I would say vitamin C, D, zinc, and magnesium. A lot of people seem to be deficient in that, and that's all key for gum and bone health. Also, B vitamins, they really help to support tissue repair. Also, low omega-3 levels, that can tend to cause reflect as inflammation. So there may be bleeding gums or slow wound healing time. So when someone has reoccurring oral issues, it tends to be that there's something a lot more deeper down, rather than just, you need to check the gut, you need to check any nutrient deficiencies. And I'd say try oil pulling as well and tongue scraping. And make sure you see your hygienist and dentist every year. Yeah.
You're only joking.
No, it's really essential.
Is there any top tips for biohacking and longevity? Let's speak about that.
Yeah. So for those of you that may not know what biohacking is, it's learning how the body works and making smarter choices to really optimize your health. So I've been biohacking for the last 2 to 3 years now. I absolutely love it. So a lot of people DM me and say, oh, I really want to get into biohacking, because they think it's just a buzzword. But
I feel the same way, but obviously you tell me.
Because I feel like, especially in Dubai, everyone just sees biohacking, or they just hear about it and they're like, okay. But they want to do everything rather than focusing on the 4 main pillars. So first, you've got to get your sleep right. Then you've got to get hydration. So make sure you're getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep minimum. That's when the body really recovers.
I have to sleep like that. Otherwise, again, I'm off. I have to stick to that routine.
Exactly. It really impacts the mood. And then even hydration, a lot of biohackers will talk about reverse osmosis filter or hydrogen water, really making sure that you're just having electrolytes, just making sure you're getting that minimum 3 liters a day, I would say. And then getting your diet. I'm so happy
you said that, because everyone thinks I'm crazy drinking 3 liters a day.
No, you're amazing.
No.
Yeah, you're on the right track. Exactly. People tend to think that, but especially living in Dubai, you need that essential hydration. And movement as well, making sure you're getting your daily movement, 10K steps and other movement as well. So then once you've got those 4 pillars done, then you can start moving on. So you can do things like cold exposure. So things like cold showers or ice baths. I love to do that 2 to 3 times a week. Have you tried it?
I do showers. I've done an ice bath once. Wow.
How did you feel?
In the beginning, terrible. But then at the end, I was like, I felt so alive. Like everything in my body, those neurons were just, I could actually feel it going like, bah, 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 bah. And I was like, yay, let's do it again. I think for me, it's getting into the mindset that goes, you will feel terrible first because it doesn't feel good, it's uncomfortable, but the after effects. Honestly, so I'm trying.
No, it's good, keep it up. What I say is, even to my parents as well, like they started going in just level by level, and then you start to really improve. And as long as you just do, like, let's say 30 seconds first and then gradually build it up. So
I don't want to fight with myself in the shower being like, it's cold water.
Exactly.
So like,
exactly.
But it's good.
Then you start to crave it, because then you see the benefits. Even like whenever I have a bit of pain now, I just go into the ice bath. After 5 minutes, I'm good as new.
See, but that's inspiration on its own here.
So it's just little tweaks we have to do in our life. And then you can do like red light therapy. So that's really good for supporting cellular health, skin health in general. Then do intermittent fasting.
Love that.
It's wonderful.
Love that.
So even doing like 16 hours fasting, it really supports autophagy, which is the body's ability to clean out all those damaged cells. So it's brilliant. Tracking sleep and recovery with the Whoop or the Aura Ring, they've become really popular. And then blue light management as well. So wearing those blue light blocker glasses at nighttime and really minimizing your screen time at night really helps to have a deeper sleep.
I'm trying to not go onto social media from 8 to 8.
Amazing.
For 12 hours, my brain needs to rest, because the next day you're on it again 100%.
Exactly.
You know?
We spend so much time on it.
I mean, like even now, after this, I think you and I will be like, at least now we have a human contact,
Anytime you go around, you just see people on their phones all the time. So it's really important to wind down.
Is there any, we're coming to the end of the episode, but is there any top tips you give for somebody living international in a way that, we're living here, some people move to the UK, we go to Europe. we're moving all the time. How do you stay on top of things? How do you stay healthy?
So what I like to do is when I travel, I take all my superfoods with me. I have a little travel NutriBullet. What I do is I just literally add all my superfoods, and I know I've had that first thing in the morning, and then I can go to the hotel buffet. But as long as I know I've got all my essential nutrients
I like that. I'm saying, okay, yep, another top tip. Yeah.
It's all about balance. And then I always pack my healthy snacks, so you can have nuts, seeds, any healthy fruits. Even during the flight and after a flight, always have electrolytes if you can.
Yeah, I try and stay away from like any sort of like alcohol or like breads.
Yeah.
I'd stay away from everything. So yeah,
honestly, no, avoid plain food as much as you can. It's super processed. Add so many seed oils.
Only if I'm like really hungry, I'll be like a yogurt, the fruit, and maybe just a little bit of spec. I'll just eat something. You can't just sit here starving, you know?
Exactly. No, you're doing the right thing. And then move during the flight as well. So try and just get some movement, do some little light stretches. And then after the flight, try and do at least half an hour of movement. Okay. So even if you just go for a little walk around the city that you just arrived to, just try and get some movement to move the body, and then really support the gut with probiotics, avoid heavy processed meals and that plain food, as I mentioned. Then have some immunity boosters, so vitamin C, zinc, and D, or the functional mushrooms, or even glutathione, an amazing antioxidant. And then digestive-wise, I always carry a herbal powder called slippery elm. Have you ever had that? You just
got to put all of this on, on the list on what to do, how
honestly,
to do it.
You're just going to be spending time shopping. And it's wonderful. Like, honestly, anytime I have like a little bit of stomachache, I just take that, literally dash it in some water, and then drink that. And it's made from a bark of a tree. It's incredible.
That's nice.
Yeah. So even like peppermint tea or peppermint essential oil, that's wonderful as well. And then I have echinacea, which is really great as a herbal support.
I heard about that, yes.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So I have that for an immunity boost all the time. And then I do castor oil packs.
Cool.
Have you ever tried that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's
is it something that you...
Exactly. Yeah. So you can put it on your liver, your abdomen, anywhere you like. And
is it expensive? Is it like a little pack that you just...
Yeah, so you can just get the cotton pack, and then you just get the castor oil. The castor oil is super cheap. And then you should just dash it on, make sure it's nice and warm, and do that for about 30 minutes. And if you do that for 2 to 3 times a week, it's a great detoxification.
Cool.
Wow. That's wonderful.
But no, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much,
and I'm very, very excited about this. If you could email me or, message me just so when we launch this episode, everyone can also get your top tips on hand.
Absolutely. No, I'd love to.
No, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No,
Thanks
pleasure.
so much.